And we back up in this thing, best storytelling podcast in the world. Did You Miss Me podcast?
Yeah.
Available wherever podcasts are found. Coming out and good shouts out to our good friends over the Creators Guild HTX and New Home of Sorrells Studios. We are in here and doing it. And the Poor Horsemen, they out on Monday. We're dropping our thing on Tuesday. Kehlin Farooq shaking things up a lot. Yeah, you shook it up a lot. Your recent appearance. There's still questions that people have for us.
Really?
Yeah, that have been reaching out.
I thought we was pretty frank. Can black people use that word? Thought we were pretty frank about, some words.
Well, the questions are, hey, Kehlin, and Billy, they have questions for us.
They know my name.
Yeah, they do, because they saw your commentary about Suge Knight and all the antics that you were saying.
I would have questions about that too. It sounds suspect.
How did Billy get out of there? Because you just said y'all got out of there.
How did Billy get out? Well, one, Billy was with, initially, before Billy came back, but initially, it was so crowded and Billy was with the camera crew, so it kind of made him...
I'm the camera crew. This is the part that we missing about I am the camera. It's me.
Yeah, he was the action.
It was me. The nigga wanted to fight me too, by the way. I want to make that clear.
He did.
They jammed you up.
Yeah.
Then they wanted to fight me because he thought I had the light on the camera and I was trying to record him.
Well, you were...
recording him.
And you were head of the camera crew. So if a light was on at the end,
it's just me and the crew.
The buck falls on you. You're the guy that says action, and you took action and ran. At the same time, that's how Billy snuck out the situation for a second. And he
Samoan. You forgot Samoan bodyguard had to carry me out.
He did. But you regrouped and realized that you were not going to be able to come back to Houston and tell that story that you left me. So
I got carried out of there. They had to pack me out.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, he grabbed me and threw me in the limo.
Well, I was distracted. I was distracted for real reasons. But yeah,
now, you said there was some stuff that was happening that you saw on the way over here, man. That was a big.
Oh shit, that's crazy. So in real time, Houston just had today. They just had this real big FBI bus, and the staging area was one of NRG's warehouses. So I'm like, how many niggas are y'all arresting? Like, this a big bus, like on the news. And then when I looked at some of the little snippet videos, it was a bunch of like African-American chicks in house shoes and shit. So I was like, did they go, round up everybody in South Lawn? So I'm trying to see they didn't give any details on what the bus was about, but when I saw who they was taking into that warehouse, I was like, so this got to be scamming, because ain't nobody selling dope no more, and it was a bunch of girls. So I was like, this must be a big scamming bus. So I was like, yeah, that's crazy that they really cracking down on that scamming now.
They're not playing. Scamming is different. People don't understand. It's not the drug dealing era.
Nah, that's over with. They said,
and the old dudes don't know how to scam.
And they shouldn't. If you are a ex-dope dealer and you have transitioned out of that because no one's selling dope anymore, I don't advise at your age that you get into scamming. It's too complex. It requires you to think a little faster. These little young cats that's like... And then it's funny now because it reminds me, we ain't had Instagram. I just wonder if we'd have had Instagram and it was dope dealers, how would it be? Like, crack rocks and matchboxes on Instagram. But now it's a little different, but I'm looking at it like, hey, you 21 years old, you got a Scat Pack SRT charger in the front yard, and you saying you got a clothing line. Nigga, stop lying. You
are busting CPNs.
I haven't seen anybody with that shirt on. This is crazy.
Nobody wear that shirt.
Nobody wear that shirt.
3 printouts of this shirt.
Your whole website say sold out on every shirt. It's like, let's keep it real. But yeah, it then don't make sense for somebody my age to try to get into that, because you'll mess around and go in the bank and give them your real ID. Like, you dumb old nigga. Like, you trying to explain to the bank lady that's not you.
Yeah, no, there's 100% you. You the one put yourself
I didn't went in here and gave this lady my real ID. Yeah, but yeah, that's crazy. But it just show how like when I try to think back, because I'm not the oldest guy in the world, but at the same time, I'm, I come up in the 90s.
Yeah.
And when I even thought back to think what would be comparable to,
Because
like,
scamming is there.
Scamming has been there. They just have elevated the forms of scams. And, we always get things late. The scams that the white folks was doing, we started doing it late. Just like when niggas started becoming pharmacists, white folks been pharmacists. And then
Right, been writing scripts a long time.
Been writing scripts. And all of a sudden, everybody a doctor. But comparing it, I'm thinking back. You remember back when, I don't know if chicks was working for Southwest or I don't know how they was doing it, but hey man, I can get you a ticket to go to Miami. All you gotta do is give me $150 and I'm finna book it and put it in the system. You just show up to the airport. And
I remember that.
Yeah.
It was any flight you want, 150.
Yeah.
Kevin Cisse.
Yeah. He was too. But serious, this was a thing, and naive dude like me, when I caught on to it,
I don't want to say you're naive though.
I wouldn't say I was naive. I would just say the chick that called me, she made it sound so convincing.
My partner here, bro, his bark is definitely worse than his bite. I mean, you would think that, this brother, he's worn so many different hats.
Yes.
Yes. You see him with the exotic pop hat on.
Yeah, that's one.
Entrepreneurial, like you deal with all facets of people, from the president to people in the streets, from the boardroom to the boulevard.
Facts.
That's what you are.
That's my moniker. That's true.
Boardroom to boulevard. I mean, even your work in the community that you do with your local mom.
Right.
You're doing that.
Exactly.
It's one of the first people that I knew as a Muslim that was black that I could actually talk to.
Right.
Like not on TV.
Right.
Right here.
Right.
So your
without kind of crucifying you for eating pork.
Yeah, not
because I'm gonna say what's so funny about pork real quick. Listen, because I would literally smoke crack before I eat pork. That's just how serious, for real, bro. I'm just saying. And the flip side of that is that the thing about it is people actually think that because Muslims or even people who just eating healthy and don't want to eat pork no more, they actually think that it's like pork the devil. No, the pig is okay. I have nothing against God's creation. I just don't feel like it should be eaten. Now, the other part is that the people we think it don't taste good. Man, pig tastes good as hell. Nobody's ever stated that pig didn't taste good. All we saying is it's not good for your health, and the way pigs are, I know people hate saying that them niggas go again saying pigs are born with worms, but they are born with worms. they are born with parasites. It just is what it is. You cut one of them hoes open and you gonna see for yourself. But neither here nor there, if you are oinky oink, that's your business. No.
Oinky oink?
Yeah, that's how you stop a nigga from eating it. You don't want to nigga, oinky oink ass nigga. Nah, I'm just saying.
You chastise the nigga with an oinky oink.
I chastise nigga oinky
You and Ali, man, nigga couldn't get off stage.
Yeah. Ali too.
Oh,
Don't play with that.
You want to do that to yourself? He get mad.
Yeah.
He get mad.
So you eat swine. Swine sounds horrible. That should make you in itself not want to eat. So nigga, you eat swine?
You can't tell me nothing.
You can't tell me nothing. Nigga, you eat pork.
What you talking about?
Nigga. Yeah, so
man. So you see all these things, you experience these things. How are you taking advantage of? Okay, it's not lining up. How did they get you? What'd they tell you?
Who? What?
The lady told you. You said that the people were during that time.
Oh yeah. So listen, the eloquent, if that's how you say it, she called. Hey, yeah, I can set. She acting like a travel agent on the phone. Now I was tapped into her by somebody. Hey, I know somebody. She can get your ticket. You trying to go to Miami this weekend? Yeah, man. Boom. This is my first time. Yeah, okay. Give me your name and information. She acting like she typing on I hear the computer keys. So I'm thinking like, oh, she really a reservation. Is this legit? Like,
yeah.
Now she said when you get to the airport, everything will be straight up. Boom, show your ID. This, that, and the other. So this was pre 9/11.
Yeah.
This was before 9/11.
It's
so,
9/9.
Yeah. This before 9/11. This when the airport was out of control, where you can run all the way down the walkway and kiss your mama before she get on the plane. This when you can go. Niggas don't remember that.
I remember I walked all the way to the door, man.
It's people that don't even know that exists.
You can be there with signs.
Man, you can smoke cigarettes. You can
on
drink.
The plane.
You can do everything. This was when it was the turn up. Your gal can come all the way to the... See, the only good part about this now is that they got to stop at that gate so you can't get busted with your little mama going somewhere, because if she ain't got no ticket, she can't come back there.
Nah, they can go all the way to the... We about to take off.
Yeah, they can go the way you take off now. So the thing about it is... What's funny is she do my ticket, I get to the airport, and my dumb ass, I'm thinking I'm on some super here. I'm on my, we got two sides of me. I'm a smart nigga shit. I'm finna add this to my frequent flyer miles. Nigga, ain't nobody told you.
To add this to your frequent flyer.
So I get on the plane. We on Southwest. We in the air. We about an hour, because I'm leaving from D.C. We're an hour out from Miami. No, 30 minutes out from Miami. And the pilot come on, not the pilot, the stewardess.
Yeah.
Come on the little...
And you never hey, call them that no more, flight attendant.
We're 30 minutes out of Miami. Thank you for flying with us. We hope you enjoy your stay. Palm trees, blue water. Please visit such and such. Da, 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 da. And by the way, Kehlin Farooq, when the plane lands, please report to the front of the plane. We have some information for you. Nah. She said my name right. Usually, that's when I know, them people involved. She said Farooq, because none of that for dog, Farooq. Nah, she said Kehlin Farooq, please report to the front of the plane. So I'm thinking, what? The job process. They said, wait till the plane lands. So I'm sitting here thinking, like, what could I? And first thing came to my mind, man, that's this ticket.
Yeah, this is ticket.
So I'm sitting, I got 30 minutes to come up with how I'm finna finesse getting out of this situation. So the plane land, everybody get up, I get my bag. And the good part about it, Billy, is, Southwest, they don't have assigned seat.
They don't know where you at.
So they didn't know. And that's when I realized that 10 minutes into that plane landing, they don't know who I am or where I'm at. Cause I'm like, they going by, ain't nobody looked at me crazy or nothing. Oh, y'all don't know where I'm at. I'm Casper in this hole. So
you finna get off.
I'm finna get off. That's the worst thing you can do is give us a loophole. So everybody get up. I get my bag. Luckily, I got a backpack, so I don't have to go to baggage claim.
No check bag.
I ain't checked.
And you had a check bag, you was out of there.
Yeah, I ain't checked bag since.
Yeah.
I ain't checked. Nigga, everywhere I go, me and my wife going on a 2-week vacation. I got a backpack. Like, I've learned how to roll clothes up in a backpack. So we getting off the plane, and this real life. You see agents, 4 or 5, FBI, CIA. I'm like, nah, what this? I don't have no dope or nothing. Like, what did somebody say? I did. I got my backpack on, and I get on my phone. I'm not talking to nobody. I say, boy, I'm finna pull the biggest distraction in history. I'm on that phone. I'm walking off that plane. Baby, I am not cheating on you. You cannot tell me that, lady. That is not, baby, that. And they looking at me like, hey, get your ass out the way so we can find this crook. You know? So
you just let him go, officer.
I'm on this old time about, nah, that you did not find that in my drawer. You did not find that. Nigga, I get past them hoes. Nigga, cause they all standing, I'm like, it's about, they 6, 7 deep, they looking at me. And I'm like, I pass by, like, get this marital problem nigga out the way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I get past them, and I don't even go pick up my rental car. I'm like, at this point, I'm just trying to get off the property.
Yeah, you just trying to get up out of there.
Nigga, I got on the first shuttle that I seen soon as I got out them doors, and it took, what was it? It took me to some, one of those lots where you park the car, where they park cars. So I get off in the lot, and then you got all these people that's trying to help. Hey, sir, how you doing? You want me to show you where your car is? I was like, man, I left my ticket. Okay, well, follow me to that. Nah, I ain't got to follow. I'm going to just walk to the entrance, call my wife.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of there.
Man, boy, I got to that street. I think I had to walk about a mile before I got to a gas station. But that experience was my first one where I was like, man, scamming is real. Because when I tried to get her back on the line, it was over.
No, it was nothing. It was nothing for you.
It was
it's
over.
Much like when I used skip lag the first time.
Skip lag will get you.
So
it's not a scam, but
to them, it ain't a scam to us, but to them people,
yeah,
it's a scam. Say, man, I was flying from LA to Houston. Now, normally this ticket might be $300-$400
easy,
but I am flying to Cancun, Mexico.
Oh, that's what you doing?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm going to Cancun, Mexico.
You passport flying on a fake ticket?
Yeah. See, what you do is when you go on Skip Lag, shout out to Skip Lag, because they get rewards, like real cash back.
Oh, really?
If you log in and create a login with your email, every ticket you buy, a portion of your purchase goes into a real account to where you can take that and buy more tickets.
Oh, that I didn't know.
So what Skip Lag does is, let's say I was going from LA to Houston.
Right.
Well, they're gonna find a way, like saying, well, where does your final? People don't realize Cancun Airport, Sao Paulo, Brazil, certain airports in Peru, and even in Puerto Rico, they run specials for destinations to get people to come there.
Yeah.
They ain't charging you shit for the airport taxes, fees, none of that.
Yeah.
It's dirt cheap. So you fuck around. At this time, I paid $58 to get a ticket from LA to Cancun.
Wow.
But the layover was in Houston. That's how Skip Lag work. It finds out where you want to go and gets you there either by the layover or straight through. So regular nonstop flights from LA to Houston was $275, $300. $58 on this. About this. Not only bought it for me, bought it for me, my wife at the time, and 2 kids.
Y'all had luggage though.
No, I done already told them. It's Skip
okay.
Lag. Anything you check, they gotta get checked. You ain't gonna see it no more.
Okay.
So we getting out, we on the plane. We're getting on. First, I knew it was a problem when they want to see our air passports at the beginning.
At the beginning.
Well, your passport. I got that. Boom, got the passport. So y'all dressed mighty warm to be, going to Cancun. It's Christmas break. Nigga, I'm going home for Christmas, nigga. Y'all going to Cancun? Y'all got on boots and fur coats and all that stuff? Y'all going to Cancun?
Right.
Yeah. One of them trips. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Cold in the airport. Got these babies. Got to keep them warmed up.
Yeah.
Oh, so you not staying in Houston? No. Y'all not going to get off the plane in Houston? I mean, to get off, because we got to get off, but we're going to get right back on. Oh, okay. We'll just make sure y'all get all the way through. Because declaring that you're going to go somewhere else and not going there, that's a crime. I said, oh, really? Didn't know that.
Yeah.
For those people that's doing that.
Right.
That's deep.
Yeah.
So, according to time, we should just go ahead and tell them. Nah, fuck all that. These tickets $58. You $300 a pop. That's 7. 3 and 3 is 7. 7. That's $1,500 versus $200.
Yeah.
That's $1,300 in our pocket. Nope, not doing. We're gonna do with it. I don't give a damn.
Right.
Arrest the babies.
Right. Right.
So we get off in Houston. The lady said, "Don't go nowhere because you're getting right back on this same plane. Your gate is the same." I said, "Yeah, they gotta go eat." Well, you don't want to take you. Boy, one of y'all don't got. We don't want to have to look for you far. We don't want you to miss your flight. I said,
That's how she. They look. We know what you're doing. We just can't say it.
We at Hobby. I went straight to that Papacitos. It's in the Hobby. I went there, got a drink. The kids at the bar. I mean, the kids in the bathroom.
What you hit at the count of 3 run?
Yeah, I said, look. When y'all come out this bathroom, y'all go this way, I go that way.
Right.
All blocking same week. Everybody going to baggage claim downstairs. We finna call the Uber. Man, we start going. We heard them names. Sorrells family party at 4. Your flight is departing, headed to Cancun. Sorrells family. Then they called me on my phone. I look at the phone ringing. I forgot I put my information on when I put on.
Yeah, right.
Hello? Yeah, we need you. We waiting on you to have to take off. I was like, can't hear you. Baby throwing up. Hung the phone up. Them folk called the shit out of us.
I bet they did. They wanted that money.
They wanted that money, but they wasn't gonna get that money.
They wasn't getting that money.
I didn't put my secret figure 5 miles in it.
Yeah, it was charged.
So for you to have this wide array of experiences,
right?
How does that happen?
how far do you want me to go back? Because the experiences, because everybody had a unique experience in life. Well, I'll say this. I'm gonna try to make it short. One, my family was the typical hard working 6 kids, came out the hood, educated themselves, put us in a better position to be educated, enlightened, and take on better practices as African Americans in comparison to being in impoverished, dysfunctional situations where you don't get all of the know-hows and how to change your life. So, there's people still in those situations, and then there's people that get themselves out of those situations. So my best of both worlds was the fact that, I was born in the CUNY homes in 3rd Ward. My parents did make a better way for themselves to whereas they could, at the time, moving from the CUNY homes to Hiram Clark was like moving up like the Jeffersons. We literally was in a 4-bedroom house, like, okay, 2-story. I hadn't seen a 2-story before that. So I was like, damn, my daddy got a good job, my mama. So, and I still initially went to school, elementary school in 3rd Ward, but then after that, I went to middle school in Hiram Clark. Now, I'm not saying Hiram Clark was like rich folk, but it was like a middle class,
Yeah,
it was different.
It was different.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't I didn't walk outside and they was trapping on the corner. Like, was not allowed. We had an HOA. You had rules in the neighborhood. You had to get your grass cut. You had to have a fence up. This shit that, you don't even think about in the ghetto because you don't even think of you ain't building a fence. So that was the difference. But what happened was once I got out of middle school, my mama say, hey, boy, your dumb ass got accepted into a magnet program. I was like, for real? Where? Yates. I'm like, nah, that ain't what we doing.
Yeah, now you back over.
I'm in the Clark. I'm going to Madison. Now my partners go to Madison. All my partners going to Madison. It's no way I can go to Yates. That's just like total betrayal. That's like being a snitch. You know what I mean? For real. Like at the time, I was like, nah, this can't be. I was puzzled, but me and my friends had a meeting about this. Like, how can we get you out of this situation? Like, bro, they looked at it like, man, you just got 10 years county time.
like SOC, you
finna so.
What did that train you for though, being at the SOC at Yates?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. That's why it's good. Our parents, get your kids started with whatever you want them to do early in life. Don't do like we did back in the day where a nigga just finding out what he want to do in life at 18. Nigga, you sit back. I started 9th grade, telecommunications, television broadcasting, messing with them cameras, this, that, and the other at Yates. That propelled me to have an outlook on kind of like what space I wanted to be in life. Although once I got to the 12th grade, I still wasn't thinking about did I want to go to college or not, but at the time my mama gave me an ultimatum. Hey, nigga, you gonna go to college or find somewhere else to stay? I said, okay, college it is. Let's fill out these financial aid forms. Yeah, so they had communications at Texas Southern University. I was like, okay, I can jump right into what I already know. Yeah. So that's just the road I took, and that big dream that came across my table at the time was I wanted to be, what's our guy that was on Sports Center that died from cancer? I wanted to be Stewart, because Stewart was the first one to embrace the hip hop music and tied into his sports centers. You know what I'm saying? So nigga hit a home run and I love it when they call me Big Papa. That shit was live to me. So I was like, nigga, I want to be like Stuart Scott. So I'm going to grind and do what I do in this, and then hopefully I can fill out these applications, get an intern, whatever, this, that, and other. It didn't happen that way. It was
not giving them response.
Not at the time. It was just the rush for getting all these African Americans in sports and this, that, and other. It just wasn't happening at the time. So I had to get a regular job. I had to face reality that I didn't got this bachelor's degree in television broadcast, and then somebody say, hey, we got a job out in Tunica, Arkansas, 200 people, and you can work at the news station, and you got to carry the camera, be on camera, lock up at night. And I was like, and me at the time, I probably should have took the job, but my mindset was like, nah, that ain't what I signed up for. I said I was a bigger star at TSU on campus making my own movies, and then I looked at that as like a downgrade to have to do that. So I had to swallow that bitter pill that wasn't gonna happen right then and there. And my mom was like, well, hey, bro, unemployment don't look cool on you. And like, I know you trying to figure this out. You still going through the shell shock of thinking you was finna go talk to Stewart. Stewart don't know you.
Nobody.
Yeah.
So who you talking to?
So yeah, who you talking to? So she said, yeah, I think you need to go down to HISD and use that little communication degree you got to start teaching. I was like, hell no.
But you know what? Although you use that to teach,
I did.
Lockhart Elementary.
And by my mom, shout out to Dr. Farooq, by my mom being entrenched in the system for years, she was able to pull some cards and get some principles to look out. So I didn't have to go the traditional route, this, that, and other. I didn't even have an education background or the degree. They literally told me, which was the worst thing in the world, said, hey, man, we're going to give you 3 years to get certified. Up until then, we're going to pay you regular teacher salary. And I'm like, that's the worst thing you do because I'm never going to get certified. That's not happening.
But you know why you didn't never get certified?
Because I knew that I was going to get in my feet. I said, you know what I said? I said, man, perfect situation. I got 3 years to get to BET because that was my next option.
And you did that.
And I literally taught elementary, and I told my mom, I'm not. They honored one thing. They let me teach physical education. I was like, hey, I teach PE, but I'm not gonna get in no classroom. I taught physical education for 3 years to kindergarten through, believe it or not, niggas. This is the first time some niggas hearing this. Teaching kindergarten to 5th grade, PE. So yes, I used to sit Indian style on the carpet with little girls and play with dolls while they tell me, yeah, my mama be smoking them little white cigarettes and think I don't see in the class. I knew everybody's business. I'm serious.
But you know what about that beautiful part of that story? You shaped so many young minds of people that have grown.
Honestly, I'm going to tell you what it took me back to. It took me back to why it's every reason why 2 things should happen that niggas don't be thinking that it's cool to say. One, we gotta go back to the ghettos.
Yeah.
We cannot ignore them because these are the roots of these are people who have been disenfranchised, not been given all the tools and resources that they need to elevate themselves, to have the kind of the mindset that we have now. And 2, niggas gotta, man, for real, this shit is really not cool. I didn't think about it like that, but niggas that don't have no relationship with their boys and their daughters, and niggas just can, I mean, I know we've been desensitized that is, you know, niggas like dogs now, they just knock and move on. Like, that shit exists, but at the same time, bro, if you can just live your life every day knowing it's a little boy out here that you made, and this nigga ain't got the direction or even have somebody to look up to. Now, he probably do his coach or somebody else, but it's tight out here with cats just thinking it's cool not to raise your kids. And I know it's some mamas out here that be on there, nah, you can't see them and all that. Man, y'all gotta work through that with that little retarded lady. For real.
And that's a hard R on for her, not the kid.
And I mean,
you shaped mine. Shout out Amin Molo, who was one of your students. I didn't know that my partner was into teaching like that, who was one of your
Man, I run in the cell. Molo was one of my students. That's crazy. And you know what? When I think back, Molo was outspoken back then. I can see how she became the boss that she is now, because she was a boss back then. She got in trouble now. Yeah. She was a badass, but it just spoke to how her character's one of them is that she just wasn't gonna be denied whether she got in trouble or not, and had the sweetest grandmother, whatever, this, that, and other. But
you know what's crazy, Kehlin? You know what's crazy? Here at the Did You Miss Me podcast, we're all about making dreams come true. And so our good friends here, shout out to the Poor Horsemen and the helping us. And today we're giving you the opportunity, surprise that you didn't know, sportscaster for today, coming in hot right now, Did You Miss Me podcast, giving you a sports play-by-play look back at the weekend. You've seen him as a breakout phenom sports journalist, graduate of Texas Southern University, worked for a lot of different platforms. And right now, looking into his camera one, and that's your camera, it's going to tell us what's going on as we toss to you some of the sports highlights of the week. First thing coming up is the Team USA faces off with South Sudan. Keelin's got his hot take right now into the camera. Now.
You a gasser. How did you
South Sudan?
I thought you was really pitching to a sportscaster like y'all done transformed the show.
The show is right there to you. South Sudan, we got a thing going to Kehlin Farooq ground to tell us about what he thought about the first game.
Here, Stuart Little would like to report. This nigga's great. Say it again, South Sudan.
South Sudan played Team USA.
Man,
clearly, Texas Southern might be behind.
Blunt.
Yeah.
them Africans gave these African Americans a run for their money.
Okay.
And that's the beauty, to be real honest, that's the beauty of how sports have transformed countries and people all over the world, because now
they were dropping it. You can see on the clip. They was practicing with the
man,
ring.
listen, the crazy part about it is, truth be told, we gotta put more respect on the USA name than we do, because y'all gotta remember, listen, you talking about cats that stop playing for their regular teams, and come together and practice for 2 weeks. And then jump on a plane to go play teams that's been playing together since they was 10.
I think South Sudan been practicing all year long. I don't think all of their breakout. They have been having quiet practice, like.
But I'm gonna give South Sudan the benefit of the doubt. If what bro said is true by saying there's not one indoor gym in Sudan, y'all really should have won. Let's get into the crux of this, because when your circumstances dire,
when you feel AC blow while you shooting, man, shut off a little bit, bro.
Anytime you have super adverse conditions, you should be a better player. So to be honest, if y'all practices and warm-ups and everything outside, rain, sleet, or snow, when you wake up, you going outside to practice every day, y'all should have blew USA out.
Now, Team USA is getting a little bit more credit, because now they're saying there's 61 basketball players that are in the NBA that are actually playing in this USA. I mean, this
in comparison to what?
In comparison to Michael Jordan, who played, and there were only 9 players. Vlade Divac, Tony Kukoc, that's 2.
I can see that, but then cats got to understand too. It's almost like slavery. It took us a minute for desegregation to happen.
I didn't know where you was going with that. When you said slavery, I immediately started thinking about it took us a minute to get acclimated to being inside. I didn't know where you was going with that.
I'm just saying. Y'all remember, nigga, we couldn't go in Nordstrom. Y'all nigga,
I'm up here thinking about hooping, slavery. It was like,
I know.
It took us a minute.
I understand. It took us a minute for them to let us come in certain places. So it wasn't that
in the house.
Yeah, right, the house. So it was like we was really the house niggas. They let us in first. So you gotta look at these other countries at a time. The NBA just wasn't letting everybody in. That didn't mean they couldn't hoop. They just hadn't let them in yet. Them boys could still play. They just ain't let them in yet.
Yeah, and you know, for all the people who were talking down about LeBron, he was the person who brought them out from behind against
both times
Germany and South Sudan.
But you gotta think about it. Bron on something different right now.
Yeah.
Bronny, that night he did that, Bronny hit 13.
Yeah.
So you talking about daddy type. Yeah, you talking about daddy leaving this run. What?
Do you think LeBron?
What Bronny hit? Bronny hit 13?
Oh, I'm gonna go up.
I'm about to go, yeah. I can't let my son outdo me tonight. Yeah. Now it's a competition between him and Bronny on who gonna have the best night. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So you gotta give, and then cool, when you think about it, and this the other part that gotta stop for real, for whatever reason. I know we still, as African Americans, we still deal with self-hate. Yeah, I know we still deal with that. We coming through it slowly but surely. We kind of coming out of that.
Any examples of self-hate that we need to address?
Yeah, man, if you go on Instagram, all the niggas that hate LeBron, I just want to sit down with y'all. Like, let's get to the bottom of this. Like, man, I know you don't know your daddy, but that shouldn't have any bearings on you.
So you saying the niggas that don't like LeBron don't like their daddy?
They don't like LeBron because this their first time seeing a perfect nigga. This hurts. That shit is, for real, in our community, that shit foreign. You gotta think about it.
All his kids by the same person. He's still married to his dad.
He ain't got no slander on his neck.
No slander on his neck.
You can't go, because listen, if these niggas was able to, and this don't have shit to do with basketball, if these niggas was able to say LeBron knocked down anything in these streets, he can hit 30 points. Yeah, but that nigga knocked down that lady last week. It's like, but they don't have it. And since you don't have it,
and we'll tell you more about it on our next Did You Miss Me Sports Center moment. This episode has been brought to you by our good friends at the Poor Horseman Podcast. Big shouts out to them. Available on Mondays wherever podcasts are formed. And yeah, you want to send a shout out to Crumble.
You ate one of them?
Man.
Yeah, that what is it? Crumble. Yeah, Exotic Pop.
I spent $32 on some sodas the other day
and cakes.
Yeah, I spent $32. Pineapple cream and banana pineapple.
Yeah,
that I'd never had before, and it was great.
Exactly.
Make sure you support our brothers.
Make sure you pay about 5410 Alameda. Come pull up on us. Yeah, you're gonna pay that though. It's nothing cheap inside Exotic Pop.
We're waiting on the collaboration, the Exotic Pop Crumble Crumb. Did You Miss Me podcast?
It's coming. It's coming.
It's merch available. I had the shirt on earlier. You can check it out. Shout out my boy Dream.
Oh yeah, Dream's a fool with his merch.
Yeah, he got some dope stuff over there.
Yeah.
And you know the number to call, 323-385-9734. We'll see you next time.